Listening to the Pinax Report.
Pinax Report. Pinax Report.
The Pinax Report.
Pinax Report.
Pinax Report.
Live only on Pinax TV.
All right, so it's here for now. Once again about Pinax TV. It's been a long time. Finally, there's a lot of things going on about Makwaba. It's been a long time. And a lot of people have been watching your updates. They are course on Pinax Plus. Muaya Mubisa a year isi where he found a one just go to Pinax Plus. Plenty more updates across and that is where you get all the periodic updates. Now, interestingly, there's been a lot of Myanmar course over the week, you know. Yeah, sure. I remember when we first reported here on Pinax TV and even on Pinax Plus, a year Alan Chemantin Obifi is come to withdraw from the race. We got that comment, fake news, intro. Where's your evidence? Obisi, I only believe it if it's coming from TV station, credible, and a buyer. And even before I got the news, and you even prompted us say Alan Cash or Babi Fee. I got the news, but in terms of the press conference, we got this Alan Cash or Babi Fee party. Yeah. And truly, to or press conference with Fee party. Now, one thing I better announce is and say in all this while and not all your friend is saying. Or your campaign near the adini, he was using one guy for once or no and I distorted the votes in Volta region. This particular guy, I make an as a new BR said Peter Amewu. Now Peter Amewu, he was on the Volta regional minister, and now this same Peter Amewu is doing wonders. So I'm for cast okay. See now brandy a year Alan Cash. Waba or see or baby fee party. No, what is next? A DNA course, and we are learning an interesting turn of events. This is very interesting because at the end of the day, most of us never ever anticipated this. What we are learning on the ground is that maybe Alan Cash will consider again using Peter. You see, the whole plan was to use Peter Mewu as a running mate. So Alan from Ashanti region and Peter Mewu from the Volta. But that permutation squashed once Alan Cash resigned from the race and ultimately leaving the party. So now no Peter Mewu a man is stands now. But just before this particular news, a bit Ras Studios, and I got the alerts. In fact, it's a better screen. So yeah, alerts. It's Peter Mewu officially no or say what a fee Alan Cash campaign. Yeah. But let's look at anything can happen. Is there a possibility, say Alan Cash could be going in for Peter Mewu? First of all, more share your life on Pinax for comments, bruh. I know a lot of you have been wanting to speak your mind based on all of this. And you think, say, Alan Cash leaving the party is going to help destroy MPP or not? Then more can bring in your comments.
Okay, so my member for Akwaba once again to Pinax TV. So since the year can say the Afrafantone trend we Ghana has
yeah.
Yes, movement for change. Ghana would rise again. No, and a year Alan Tremantin new a year or diaba. Now, Nana, it could be possible that Alan can go in for Peter Mewu, but the sad thing of it was asking women and say it looks like MPs, ministers who were vouching for Alan Cash so badly. Time and now or NPP munu bebrena enra ebra and sem no beto just say what in every MPP nimu bebrena so openly declared say enya dia wo mo be support Alan Biem.
Okay.
Yes, and they say as I'm sure we streamed it and viewers share we share press conference MPP for hold year wo matina kunwa kesi mu asalam down now. You could see say they were listing the names of some MPs people that were seriously campaigning for Alan. No? They were naming names of some people as Abrede or more declare said they are not following Alan to movement of change. They say they are in MPP.
That party.
Yes, okay.
I see.
Yes, and some are even saying say from the look of things, most of them no. They got their positions, and I said, "Men can say MP roles no from the ticket of MPP." they didn't go as independent to get those positions as MPs near their day. Omunya position because they were members of the New Patriotic Party. And Adebakwa from time no matter, and I've studied is that most of the times no enkofo bebre vote for their MPs based on political line. Into we MPP ni we NDC ni, that's what they use. Omosha so no mode to abane dem out. Into ne say koba ne say Peter Mewu say o free MPP mu akwa kopie akwa supporte Alan Kwadwo Manchina. Maybe obetimi retaining a seat because Oko Volta region na wono no MP Mashebejeni Edema Hohoi constituency.
Yeah.
So maybe obetimi maintaining a position, maybe not. So it is up to Peter Mewuso obe weighing the options. Because say Oluzusas, even though Okoye running meta, meaning he wouldn't need that position for anything. Because I think mean say ye MP or some vice president. Ebisa or
no. You have to. Yeah.
Yes, you have to leave that seat for somebody else. Internal just say Peter Mewu is ready to take the risk. Say or best support Alan. And Alan, truth be told, winning na make a bibiacho close back doors. Alan winning 2024 will be very difficult.
I don't think so. You see, yesterday when Alan Cash was speaking, he did mention of a formation as a reform, a similar reform which happened in Benin.
Okay.
You see, I was even telling you something backdoor before this particular time. Say, Fanisa Okotwa. You see, Ghana Yabaton is very ethnic based. We Ebeka scientists are, but deep down that is it.
Sanity, that's the.
And I was giving you a typical example. People vote because of Santini or Fantini.
Yes.
So this guy, Alan Cash, of Fanti Central Region, and Oko UTV was telling us how Nefanfi Central Region, Nefanfi Ashanti Region. So imagine, say, let's say Baumia wins, okay? So on the ballot paper, we have a Muslim or a Northerner, Mahama, Awabaye Hushi. We also have Baumia or Nusia Muslim. Will lead it because beginning of Akufo-Addo's term, they told us that Baumia is going to reform the economy and so another Muslim. There's nothing wrong with Muslim. I've stayed with Muslim at Fadama, Medina, Dakoman, Bubuas, and Allah. They are great people. But I'm talking about facts here. They are So a typical Asante person, okay, Muslim, okay. Alan Cash. I tell you, said this is a skirt and blouse thing. And you see, Alan Cash can be the third force. You see, Baumia kwa any campaign, Mahama kwa any campaign. But if Alan Cash does his work well, and remember, say there's going to be a shift based on one ethnicity.
Sure.
Two, based on religion. What am I saying? Because we know can say there's some misconception and also there's some conspiracy theory say Muslims 4% Ghana to say Nigeria. Al-Qaeda na omoma Muslim. That thing is there. You know be obe embodying here. Makeni be so saying be people will start. So that alone and even Muslim no. Those two combination Alan Cash can use that to his advantage. And look at this.
Okay. Right
now we are getting an information say because Peter Mewu has sworn his allegiance back to the New Patriotic Party. Alan Cash, he is going in for Ivor Green Street, the CPP flag bearer. What is going to happen is that we are going to have an emergence
of two political
parties. Even though a shadow kind of it's going to be two political parties. And I tell you, say, if these people they do their work well, and I like Senator Alan Cash standing in the campaign, people are not noticing something. I was watching his press conference yesterday. He is streaming Openas TV. He wants to take a certain turn of youth. Kenny Japan has the youth votes. That is the main reason Kenny Japan entered the race. Kenny Japan not person be the president, but Omo a survey by an independent body. Omo UK, IHS, Ken, the whole of Ghana, Nipa award the majority of support from all the youth. Kenny Japan. That also pushed him to say so person standing for president, even build his political career. And you see all those things. He sees the violence stuff, and I said the radical stuff. The both for Canada, he's not getting less support. Okay. Because Ken or the Humbe Ghana, but the youth is always beside him. And that alone, if Ken doesn't get the nod to become the flag bearer, trust me, disappointed people will shift in for Baumia. I will shift in for Alan Cash.
Yeah.
And Alan Cash, who said there will be a void because youth no more pay Baumia. The youth, people don't see who Baumia as one of our own. Mahama, that them times, but you see, Mahama, no, if you listen on Kaya, he's growing. Okay, we want a person. So when you can need to share, we feel so youth or that fresh blood. Okay. And Alan Cash, Baumia doesn't provide that. Mahama doesn't provide it. But Alan Cash, even though on Sheldon provided when he's tapping into it. So yesterday, or he was talking about the youth, or can youth bear 10 times. And secondly, today, when he went to UTV, and even yesterday, was condemning police people from attacking the protesters. So you see, it's a movement. This is a guy who single-handedly brought after to the whole of Africa. Like the Swift Code, and I say, he single-handedly brought the after to Africa like a pattern. Okay, and secondly, there's the same guy too who has been able to pull the after headquarters to Ghana. It's like you bringing CAF, okay, and you bringing CAF headquarters to Ghana. That's a huge. So Alan Cash, he's been underestimated. Obia okasa onko UN for be friend say Ombra or okasa onko biema AU for be friend WTA World Trade Organization be friend. This guy, he's an underdog. MPP should be very careful. Obi Kanas also position straight. Straight. Because if Alan Cash was in the picture, they could have broken the 8 now.
But the division, Diaba. That's the clear thing. He's brought a clear division. Oh, yeah. The part, do you know, Osha Manyokonimka low key, they wish they could support him.
Yes, and I make a say, a new Sunday, they will play hard. Okay? A new Sunday, they will play hard near there. They be people hearts. And I mean, you see, you can't say, Moya can't Ghana and you. You see, single handedly, Okomola, shops are closed down. How do I say, now, I think baby, baby for the past 3 months now, I just said, where we are seeing people leave our block, closed down everywhere. So these basic issues are not addressed.
Oh yeah, and
I just say, honestly, MPP is heading for position, and you see, Baumia should be very careful. Okay. That notion said Baumia no. You see, and then about Baumia ni jaso. MPP co-positioner. That is when you see the people who really love you.
Exactly.
Alan Cash jena anje no. Shenko form we and Alan Cash for see people did albums. Sydney, Christiana Love, Grace Ashley, Bebre, and Alan Cash no. Like Lija no.
Yeah.
Baumia should be very careful because of the MPP co-positioner. Now you see the real people telling us say MPP as anti-4
Say a kind. Young as a yempe Baumia nam de Baumia mind.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that one day. You be say Bapa because we live in a country. Even we can no a very easy and simple. Ye kasa omo yo dodium. They are the same people. Those that push you up are the same people that will bring you down. And they are there that whole.
You see a breaking news for us so. Breaking news for Froswaba. Sisi anonym de Alan Cash ekan. We say no pay or call UTV on UTV for nya.
Sure.
Even yesterday we saw UTV was bashing him on his TV station.
Yes. Wababeka say ono no de Wuntimi call.
My more details into that.
So with that, Wuntimi no yehu de na oye. I'm sure say one of the few people were more reactive first from the New Patriotic Party, Michelle MPP Amanyukunu to Alan's resignation in a Wuntimi. Na me share video na mesre because it was so funny. Like Wuntimi's reaction was so funny, but. Shocking revelation na and the Alan make here UTV, which I've even updated that story Penax Plus. If you want the full details, he was saying say won't me who necessary. Okay. Because no so won't me suddenly call MPP.
Really?
He made wound to me. So when he saw wound to me, he was a businessman. I feel no growing. He wasn't wound to me that we know and there or no cotton the TV channel. Kase oko friend saying Google now about chairman. The next word the baby a wound to me. And they were famous. How much I say Google is recognizing him. No, Alan is saying he should be very careful. Wontimi should be very, very
Don't
careful.
bite the hands that feed you.
Yes. It's say no and a son and sa. And then they call MPP Emma. Say and they wetimi hold the position. Saba beye Ashanti Regional MPP chairman. Inti and they will feel listen and sa sonechi. So he can come out and say whatever. I say there are certain things that you see when you look at Alan. Sometimes the Alan is a cool person. He's a calm person.
But me know these 2 days. Yesterday when I was doing his press conference, there was a different Alan I saw.
A different vibe and a different like aura around him and everything. And that's the same thing.
The same thing.
Today he was coming all out.
Yeah.
I think said there was this side of the interview cry Yobusa and say, did he inform Akufo-Addo about his resignation? Also a penny. He's a grown person. He knows what is right. He owes nobody explanation.
Wow.
Oh yes. He owes nobody explanation. I see the initial stage are now or resigning from the position as a minister for trade and this one and your born money. Also me bra penny. Ejumana de share mensa no maye kakra. Se mpese me disi na me koye say. And Otena say and when they went for the super delegates congress and nema so ankoye no o maneti say primaries ni menye den min kobium but ono akwotena se dwen ho no decided say dem dey afrafranto beba ne dey he owes nobody any explanation and a personal decision and he doesn't know why also otwefo mfre Akufo-Addo ka che Akufo-Addo say pacho me kwete me party like for what reason and dey hu mpo hia
I think it's a smart move
yes enti wontimi dey Onwa and not to say cut the people Alan has brought into the MPP party omu ye bebre. So if even Wontimi is one of the people that Alan de buy and so and they otimi edeni TV channel ni esi honom say or ye campaign edi amaba omia nana you should know say yes so boy nipa receipt.
And one thing Wontimi should know is it never lasts when it comes to this political party. Ye a year John Buedumo. Other immediate past chairman, other secretaries. Akuya no where NDC or Lucy
Akwabe.
BBB Ofusuampo for we barely hear Yan Techi grab any didn't cry relevance of Ofusuampo is just Shimwaya. Internet now your chairman a wound to Uba be due. So after it, what is next? And a politics idea well, it's good sending TV station Ashanti region. It can still survive. But
and he has built a lineage with the name.
Exactly. You know? But so one thing here, you see the flame and the 2 TV in your mind channel, my FM they buy, and that is not the flame that is carrying now. Because it was built around a political aura. So who to me can maintain his base on the sports and stuff, but nothing lasts forever. And Baumia, you see, and be a push you because we feel say a good permutation, a sweet thing for us to just jump and break the 8. But I'm telling you, it's a Ghana for more brain. Sure. I remember my example. There was once, now me call Graphic Road, okay? And for some reason, I took a bus. And he bore Baumia. Now the 3 Muslims at my back, they were the people who were pissed off. It is not about
the tribe. Oh no. It's not about the religion. It's not seriously.
And one thing people have to know is, you see, Sanka Muslim for that board nano and a councillor. Fine. Muslims can say ye DNA. But this is pure Ashanti based Christian people at the back. Kuta frame no. And using Baumia as the face value to get what they want. Indirectly, what we mean is they are going to control Baumia.
Exactly. And one about Maju. I mean, Baumia has become a tool to propagate the agenda. Sanity. One say in Pimpi, we've seen the last time you said it. We've seen Christians taking charge of the country. So Mubu or mine only at the idea. We've not really seen a Muslim leader. So MPP, I said one more person who created some historic thing. Be say the first Muslim leader by, and they want to win Muslims to their side because Ushemwa. Most Muslims support NDCs. Most of the Muslims almost support NDC. Until I say NDC and Kasano, almost stronghold no do yenim say Volta region, but Ushe
North na.
Yes. O they are for any to form. Enche the best start some more year campaign rallies near there. Nana even young call this side kakra to boot a chile ho ka so honum kakra bi. Na there omo year rallies on a normal day na kofa honum. utimu senkrimu NDC for ni
yeah,
year
the
rally.
zongos and stuff.
They are punch.
And one thing you should be looking at is even in parliament now we have
Yes.
the minority leader, the minority leader as a Muslim.
Yeah.
We have the chief whip Muntaka Mubarak, and even when NDC comes to power, most key positions are held by Muslims.
Muslims, yes.
What I say.
So Muslims, no, most they are not omo type NDC for Nepal. So this is what MPP wants to do. On person omunya no sign a number of the Muslims to the camp of the MPP. That is why they are using Bawumia.
I think they could have done this in a more professional way. They should have allowed a fair ground.
Exactly.
What I say.
If they want him, they want him.
Because right now, Ashanti region, if you picture him, no, I'm telling you, if MPP loses even 200,000 votes, Asembeba.
Sure.
And it's very, 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 very sad.
Be they no call Kesbe no.
Okay.
He was saying, say Asantis were the ones that failed Alan Tremontin.
Really?
Yes.
I never got that.
Oh, Copenhagen Splash, you get the updates.
Okay.
Yes, he was saying, say Asante for even Oko historical line from Kufuor downwards, and then when Ken, you bet Maka say Ken no grassroots campaign or no jimutinte my pa. So sometimes we can take some facts from what he's saying, and then Oka say you show Kufuor time crowd, or share the votes that came from Asantia. That was not what was expected of them. Omudi Kufuor hiamo.
Okay.
Asantis failed Kufuor and they failed Alan this time around. They failed Alan. Senya Asante for and Alan would have been at the top. That is what Kennedy said. So I'm just hoping that this time around, no, omo ma de Ken enye ho. They shouldn't fail the man.
Alan Cash.
Yes, cause ni ren so eshe Asante for me.
But you see, people are also saying that you've not worked really hard for it.
That's Alan Cash hasn't really worked
has not
hard.
really worked hard in that. One say you need to secure your grounds. What I say, Uko Volta region CCR. Volta region is a lead almost shifted. There was a time we call Volta region Bato. In fact, from the beginning of Sege down to Mefe Akos Asa and this in fact, you will not hear even NPP there.
No.
What I say, but now it is changing because of Peter Amewu.
Amewu, yeah.
Yeah, Kwino. Yeah, street lights. You see, they are changing, they are building schools. Because when you say Ashanti Fund, almost grounds or but now almost because of until share last election, MPP's vote in Volta region went up.
Yeah. And then they were giving the accolades to Peter Amewu.
Exactly.
Yes.
So things are really
changing.
Your friend is saying Alan Cash, but what have you really contributed? A dear now,
we're raising people like
what I say, and you see, people forget. That is why a name Kasa Nano Ken Koy, besides the 3 vital questions, he was pissed off. He besides said number 1, Samiji Visa or by MPP Nimno, or no, so or change. Now, so I didn't or call parliament no. All the policy or the buyer na any another one going to and one can't fumbled. Or the one man or can't eventually has to a and your car say okay since you call parliament no the bed that ben was all the policy back could be aba. Policy need the or to papa so you see Alan Cash has not done anything significant. If I were Alan Cash and I want to really get the youth, I would single-handedly block e-levy. Come out and talk against it. If I was Alan Cash, I would have single-handedly come out and talk against your friend is saying taxing of betting in Yema. If I was Alan Cash, I would single-handedly come out and some of these idea IMF come out and speak against it. But on each track record, no.
He was part of that government. Don't forget.
That is it. And now he's telling us,
don't forget.
Come out and talk.
Don't forget.
And that is the problem with Ken.
They were part of that government. Ekufado government and ye to brodo from 5 cities to 15 cities. And I think so and pure water 20 pesos. About okay say ya to pure water 2 times. Ekufado's government.
Yeah.
Pure water movie from 20 pesos to 30 pesos. So free and ko 50 pesos. And no okra once first and okra one cedi. Utimi nye nsuo 5. And okra one cedi abenye nsuo 2. Pure water 2 penal binya. So we should know say all these people formed part of the government. No more home. So then you have to redeem yourself in a way where people like your personality, yes. But Charlie, sometimes they share their why you. Like you are saying, we look at what you've done. What have you done? You were the trade minister. And so na the force. In so to me important makra
and do you know one thing I noticed, because in the next 30 seconds I think the ministers, okay, and the last time I was telling a friend this about Ken. Said Ken should stop this whole unnecessary radio thing. What I say, and go down to the people. Sure. In 2008, Akufo-Addo did the same mistake. He lost to Atamels.
Yeah.
In 2012, he did the same thing.
Yes.
He lost.
2016, Nana dream befi.
Satan or Ninkofo didi.
And you no catch us when digeri. I feel they know digeri.
Exactly, was taking, and there was a picture. Yes, Mekai said, Madame Fouwe, twins don't they were working with Baumia and then the wife. They took train. Or more train be what tamale. They were in the train with Baumia and then the yere. Satan is skinny on Timuni shoe back, Baumia shoe back, and you're easy. They were in the train. All those pictures are on South of Africa Twins Dome. So you see, said those one-on-one campaign really. So you saw say 2016 votes, and yes, say ABR, NDC for able. We are the movie, but the numbers now are moving here. The margin was not 3 million.
It was so huge.
It was huge, like 4 million.
We understand ye.
What the baby can want any year after the year withholding on it? You can't withhold the results, and then people for some year fast in your results, and even before it gets to the EC. So you should know it's a Ghana for Mubu Fua or Mubu Fu. What do I say?
Yeah.
And they should use this to kind of ring a bell. They should go down to the people, because trust me, if he comes to you and you talk to them, that was how Barack Obama won the 2008 elections. He went down. Also, to me, state be a deep red state here, Republicans.
Yeah.
Donald Trump and call for. Also, Rahwa. Some white for no, you man, I'm not, also Momo Casas, Texas accent. And also, oh yeah, I understand you. We are pro-abortion, we are pro this, we like gays and stuff, but this about it. Also, Timini Omo Casa, and they come to a reasoning. Into I say, he was the first person to break vote from the deep red state. Ken should talk on radio, but I think he should get closer to the people. Massa, you can do it. As I say, they should get closer, and that is where Alan Cash can come in.